Hello, everyone, and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Chris Connolly along with Gordon Vincent, and today we're at Staff Sergeant Christopher Piper Field on the campus of Marblehead High School as the Marblehead Magicians football team takes on the North Andover Scarlet Knights. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. And stay tuned to the end of the game for the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Well, Andover comes in 1-0. Marblehead comes in 0-2. For their third home game of the season, and one win in 3 games between these two teams for the season, that is. And last week, the Scarlet Knights beat Beverly 21-6, and the Magicians have lost to Bishop Fenwick 14-10, and then they got steamrolled by King Philip of Rentham 34-6. So tonight, we got some injuries to report on.
A couple of them, yeah. Pacheco, who was out last week, he would apparently with a, I don't want to, well, he was out last week, I don't want to speculate, but he's out again this week in street clothes. And Andy Palmer.
Yeah. Let's take a look at those numbers over there, the other team.
They didn't give us the captains. They only got 6 captains over there, Chris.
66. We'll tell you their names in a moment. Marblehead's captains are DeWitt, number 17, and Scott Campbell. 74 is Jake Skoglund, and 17 is Chris DeWitt. Palmer and Pacheco, as Gordon mentioned, are not out there tonight.
Palmer with a shoulder injury. You can see the sleeve on the left sleeve on his coat is empty. So.
Yeah, Coach Rudloff told me before the game that Pacheco had a concussion, but they think he'll be back next week.
Yeah, obviously that thing, you want to be careful with that.
Yep. Our officiating crew tonight, the referee is Skip Likens. He's in the white hat. North Andover has declined, and they'll defend. They'll go left to right. So North Andover will kick off. Marblehead received to start the game. The umpire is Scott Taylor. The head linesman is Sean Sullivan. The line judge is Joe Lucido, and the back judge is Mike Sullivan. The two Sullivans are father and son. Mike Sullivan, the back judge, is the father, and Sean Sullivan is the head linesman.
Wow, you go deep for this information.
Oh, yeah, I mean, our fans demand it.
Well, they are discerning fans.
Our fan.
That's your fan. I don't have
This is a
any.
worldwide audience tonight on the streaming service, so it's a perfect night for football.
Absolutely.
It's about 62 degrees. Temperature will be falling through the evening, and now the national anthem. And the Marblehead Magicians Marching Band does the national anthem. Nicely done by the Marblehead Magicians Marching Band.
Had a good run on the national anthems this year so far.
My rule of thumb is that if you get through the national anthem, it's a good job. Well, it's a tough song.
The young lady who sang that last week was phenomenal.
Oh, that's great.
The band here was terrific too.
Sorry, I missed that.
No, it's all right. Well, we won't mark you down.
Okay. It's over the last 10 years here at Piper Field, I dug this up in the newspaper. I think it was the Salem News.
Yeah, I think I know where you're going.
They've have a 53-4 record at home. That's a .930 winning percentage. And it's been 17 years since Marblehead has begun a season at 0-2. So North Andover will kick off.
As you said, North Andover beat Beverly 21-6 last week. You don't know. It's too early to kind of tell to get results because it's so early in the season. That was North Andover's first game. They had to bye their first week.
So they could rest up?
Rest up for the first, yeah. Coming into the first game rested.
And into the kick, a short one, and it taken at about the 28-yard line and run directly out of bounds at about the 35 or 34. We'll see where they mark it.
That looked like one of my golf shots.
It was returned by number 31. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah. Marblehead's number
31.
Yeah.
Braden Kilroy.
Nice job by Braden Kilroy. Hold on to the ball. Marblehead will take over 1st and 10 for the first possession of the ball game at the 35-yard line.
One thing we did see last week, Chris, was we saw Wales quarterback having a lot more confidence. Even though the game was out of hand, he was a lot more confident with his throws second half last week.
It's exactly the point you were making early. Handoff goes nowhere, and it's going to be a loss of about 3. See where they mark it. It's what you talked about. It's too early to tell, but especially at the high school level, where a lot of these guys are starting for the first time.
Right, and you need repetitions, especially at that position, too. You just need to get comfortable, and you have to see everything once. And until you do that, you're just going to make inexperienced plays.
Wales in the gun with Selve. Wales' toss is complete. Shedding a tackle is DeWitt. Sheds another one, then gets hit at about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, it's good to see them get DeWitt involved early. Last week he was covered pretty well. I'm not sure how many catches he had, but he was covered well. So to get the ball to him, to get it in one of your best athletes' hands, make a positive yard, it's a good sign for Marblehead.
3rd and 6 at the 39-yard line. 10:48 first quarter, no score. Marblehead in its first series of downs, first possession of the ball game. Wales takes the snap, steps back, fires quickly, has a man, overshoots him. Incomplete. Intended receiver was Marblehead's number 18, Crew Monaco.
Yeah, pass was a little high. He had a little bit of space to the left of the defender, but it was a little bit of a pass rush that made him hurry, so Marblehead goes 3 and out.
Number 34, Greg Matarney, is to do the punting. Excellent punter. 2 receivers back deep. High snap, handles it well, gets the kickoff just in time, and it's a shot down inside the numbers and bounces out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. We'll see who they mark it at the 26.
That's okay. Not his best kick, but it's still got a decent bounce at the end.
Had some pressure on him.
Yeah, he did. The snap was a little high.
Yep.
He had to adjust for that. One thing to watch tonight is North Andover, according to the story that was in the Lawrence Eagle Tribune about their win over Beverly last week, was that they had some problems with the snap from center. So that might be one thing to keep your eye on.
The Scarlet Knights quarterback is Drew Fitzgerald, a 6'2", 170-pound junior.
Second-year starter.
Handoff inside, picking up some yardage and getting to about the 31.
Yeah, that's their feature running back, Zach Walensky. He had 127 yards last week.
Six foot, 185-pound senior.
Yeah, a little bit of hurry up here. This is one thing they did last week in the second half. They went to a hurry-up offense.
Wings and motion. Getting the
nice tackle.
very nice tackle. The ball carrier that time was number 34, Mike McNaught.
J.J. Polender.
Enough for the first down at the 37-yard line.
Yeah. Nice job fighting off the block right there.
From the 37, they have, again, the wings, both sides. More of a slot to the far side. McNaught goes into motion, gets the pass, and he's wrapped up and maybe fumbled. Marblehead's DeWitt says Marblehead has it. Another.
Everybody on Marblehead says Marblehead has it, and now they're
Even me.
Yeah. The guy with the white hat says it's still North Andover ball though.
A gain of 3 on the pass from.
I think they picked up a couple of yards in the fumble too. Well done on the tackling over there.
Yeah, it was. They hit him quickly. They're at the 41-yard line. Handoff up the middle and stacked up and dropped.
We had the first hit there. 59. Bodie Smith. Is that 59? Yep, 59. Bodie Smith. Nice tackle. Just like you want to see it.
That's a good football name, Bodie Smith.
It really is.
So it's third down at the 41-yard line. 3rd and 6, under pressure. Quarterback tries to elude it, and he can't. He gets wrapped up and dropped a fumble. No.
They're going to call it down. DeWitt's still fighting for it, though.
The referee points immediately that it was on the ground. The quarterback was on the ground.
It was Campbell with the initial pressure right there. Nice job coming off the left edge. I think he was unblocked.
DeWitt is going back into punt reception formation. And is it 16 or 18?
I can't see the front number there. You're right. It's one of the two.
18.
18?
Yeah, Bethel. Handles the snap well, gets off the kick, a low driving one. DeWitt takes it, breaks a couple of tackles, heads to the sideline, gets across right up to the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
And he's down right there.
Good punt to return, a low line drive.
That's, that sack really set this up.
It did. And the end over end snap on the punt, I don't know if you noticed that, but it was a low line drive kick.
Easy to handle.
Yep, that DeWitt was able to catch in stride with a lot of momentum going forward.
1st and 10 on our own 59-yard line, 7:32. Clock stopped right now here in the first quarter. DeWitt and Salve in the backfield with quarterback. Quarterback gives it to Salve, but he's wrapped up and dropped as soon as he got the ball, making the tackle number 10, Thomas Bosang.
Yeah, this is just 75. Alex Phillips just comes in and blows up the play. It's the second first down that they've lost yardage on a running play.
Monaco split wide to the far side. Again, hands off to Salve. He twists and turns, and the ball squirts out. That's happening a lot tonight, not just to Marblehead. But a gain on the play.
Yeah, right back to the original line of scrimmage, I think.
They mark it at
11,
the 48, so.
3rd and 11.
A gain of 2. They're still 3rd and 11. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Salve in the backfield with Wales. Wales takes the snap, steps back, looks, fires. Long to DeWitt. DeWitt got hit before the ball got there.
Ooh.
I was watching a replay of last week's game in which a Marblehead player was going into the end zone. The throw was in the air, and he got leveled by a defensive back, and then it was intercepted by another defensive back in the end zone. I think that was last week, wasn't it?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
I mean, it was a different
Might
game.
have happened.
Might have. I don't know. Or I could have made it up. I think so. Incomplete. And a high snap again, but Montorni handles it well.
That's a good one.
High punt. Great hang time. Bounces at about the 8. Fielded on the bounce.
He's got nowhere to go.
They're closing in on him. And he's going to get back to maybe the 5-yard line.
No, not even.
Yeah.
That's a great punt.
Yeah.
That's what a punter like that, a punter like Matorni can do for you. A kicker just flips the field. Now North Andover's inside their own 5-yard line.
Ever since the opening kickoff, the ball has been moving down the field
Well,
towards the end zone.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
North Andover's end,
Yeah.
sure. 1st and 10. Where are they?
At the 3.
At the 3.
Yeah, 3 of the 4.
We'll call it 3.
Okay. Oh, here we go. DeWitt, the initial hit.
And
Sorry.
that is so important. It slows up the runner.
Yep.
And then the other red jerseys come in and finish it off. But DeWitt, as you mentioned, made that initial hit. Second down, 8 from about the 5, just outside the 5 maybe. Run off tackle left. Heads to the sidelines, got some room, gets upended, and it'll be a first down at about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, you saw the motion. Everybody going to the left-hand side. They had a sort of the wing T, the half a wing T formation with the end, and they brought 2 more receivers over there, so they had plenty of blocking. North Andover.
Looks like a similar play.
Yep.
Handoff inside now. Twisting and turning. Brought down there by 22 was the ball carrier. That's Walensky. Was it 9 that made the tackle?
Yes.
Picked up 9 yards on that play. So the running attack is working for the Scarlet Knights. Number 9 for Marblehead, who made that tackle, was J.J. Pollender. Excuse me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. A little misdirection here. That's a counter.
And it's counterproductive.
It's it's like when it's 2nd and short like that. Throw the ball down the field.
A loss of about 1.
See if you can hit a big play.
3rd down and 2. The ball is at the 33-yard line. And this all goes back to that Matorni punt.
Right.
And it pinned them back inside the 5-yard line, and you just can't make any mistakes. You can't have any negative plays back there.
Option.
Yep. Nice blocking along the sideline. Another first down for North Andover.
These guys block really well. They're well schooled. They're well disciplined.
They've got good size as well.
Yeah, well, compared to last week, King Philip had 10 linemen bigger than anybody on Marblehead's team. This looks more like normal football again.
At the 46-yard line, a first down for the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, see, I mean, they've been, 3 first downs and they still haven't crossed midfield yet. So, to your point about the field position.
Acola to the near side, number 14, with 3 receivers in the formation on this side. Motion. McNaught goes the other way. Then the quick pass along the sideline, complete. First down and more across the 50 into Marblehead territory, all the way down to the 37-yard line.
A little swing pass to Walensky coming out of the backfield. He's a good-looking player.
Yeah.
He catches the ball, throws it, hits the hole really hard.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. No score here in the first quarter. Handoff. Nice move to the outside and then bouncing back. 34, Mike McNaught.
It's their other back, McNaught. A lot of motion here. A lot of things going on. Very busy offense, isn't it?
It makes it more difficult to defend, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
As long as they do it properly, and as long as they get the blocking up front, and they're getting that.
You've got to have experienced players in order to do that.
Acola split to the near side. McNaught in the slot. Was that a double handoff?
No, it was not a double handoff. It was just a the 2 runners crossed in front of the quarterback, but it wasn't a double handoff. Haven't seen one of those in a while.
So
looks
like no gain on the play.
Those double handoffs are so risky. Lynn Classical used to run that kind of offense where they would do a lot of misdirection and used to confuse the heck out of me because I never knew who had the ball.
3 receivers far side, quarterback option, keeps it, cuts it up, and gets leveled
Stop.
at about the 30, But the 34-yard line looks like maybe no gain. The 33.
He
Quarterback is on the turf.
Yeah, rightly so. That was a blow. I think Skoglund hit him.
22
Finished
or
him
number
off.
2, Drew Fitzgerald gets
Yeah.
up slowly, but he'll have to go off the field for a play. He takes his helmet off, and
That's a 4th down play too. That's going to factor in what your decision here. I mean, if you have your regular quarterback on the field, you're going to. Well, they could call timeout and get him back on the field, which they've done. So
timeout taken with 2:18 to go here in the first quarter. No score, but North Andover's been driving all the way from the 3-yard line. They're now in Marblehead territory at the 33-yard line. 4th down and 5. Fitzgerald is still being talked to over there.
looks like they have a towel to his face, so he may be. Oh, Jess has got a good shot here. Yeah, better than I can see. Yeah, they look like
His
a towel.
nose possibly.
Yeah.
Sometimes the part of the helmet is right above the nose will come down and
Right.
strike the bridge of the nose, and
It looks like that
it's painful.
Yeah. Sometimes it's an improvement. Doesn't look like he's coming back on the game anytime soon, though, does it?
Well, maybe they'll punt it away.
It is kind of that area between where you go for it and you kick it. Obviously, you're not going to kick a field goal. No. We've got a different quarterback here. Jake Jackson? Is it a 16 or an 18 here?
Jackson's
16.
a wide receiver.
Yeah,
18
well,
is.
he's going to be the quarterback here. Oh, yeah. Now that makes your decision really easy.
Illegal procedure.
Yep.
And they'll step off 5 against North Andover.
Yeah, here comes the punt team.
So it's back to the 38-yard line. And a 4th down and 10.
This is Bethel kicking. He was one of their, caught a couple of touchdown passes last week, too.
High, angling punt to the sideline, and it lands.
Scattering the cheerleaders.
Well outside, well out of bounds. Equal to, it landed at about the 20, but it was out of bounds before that.
Yeah, that's no way to get a date, kid.
Really. Are they going to mark it right at the 20? The 21? Yeah, I don't think so.
You think it was out before then?
Well, it was 10 yards out of bounds. It had to be before that. So they mark it at the 21. That's where Marblehead takes over. So they're giving Marblehead some opportunities.
They are.
The Magicians have to cash in.
Right, exactly.
Wales and Salve in the backfield. Kamas and Kamas is to the near sideline. Quick pass, high and caught by DeWitt, I believe.
Yep. I'd like to see him get Kamas more involved. He looks like he's one of their more experienced and bigger. He's being covered by one of their more experienced and bigger players, but still, I'd like to see him get a shot or two here.
Up to the 30-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2. High snap, the pitch. A lot of hole, the big hole there, and enough for a 1st down.
It's the best running play so far. Just a simple pitch to the right side. Salve.
Yep. A gain of 5 yards by Salve.
Yeah. ran behind Campbell over there on the left tackle. And 64, Wilson Bullard.
They're at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Brady Salve getting a lot of work. Motion goes DeWitt. Salve gets the ball, blocks in front of him, puts his head down and picks up about 4 on the play.
Even those 2 passes that they've been able to complete makes North Andover have to respect the pass a little bit. That's what's opening up these running lanes a little. And of course, they are running behind 2 of the more experienced players.
And they know that that's Marblehead's tendency is to distribute the ball a lot of different ways. Kamas is split to the near side. Motion comes this way. Good protection. Quarterback waiting. Now he's going to take off. He's got enough for the first down. He's got that first down, then runs it out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. We'll see.
Really good decision there. When you've got man-to-man coverage, sometimes it opens up things for the quarterback because everybody's got their head turned on their man like that. And the quarterback, if he had plenty of room, Wales takes the ball down, runs out for another first down.
Clock stopped at 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. No score.
Wrong quarter, or is it me? This is like the 5th drive, right?
Fourth, maybe. 1, 2,
No, this
3,
3rd
4.
time
No,
Marble
5.
to the ball, yeah.
5 times, right?
Oh.
Pass was slow in getting there.
I didn't hear a whistle, did you?
Yes.
So that's
Brooks Keefe.
Yeah.
Thought he hadn't touched his knees hadn't touched the ground, but it turns out a completion, but for a loss.
Yeah, that's McNaught for North Andover, just fighting off the block as the quarter ends, making a play.
And that's the end of the first quarter with no score. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this. Second quarter just about to get underway. No score in this contest. We have a beautiful night here at Piper Field at Marblehead High School. It's about, maybe 60 now, and no breeze, no clouds.
Not a lot of folks from North Andover either.
Red sky in the west, or maybe that's the north, who knows.
King Philip had a fan bus, a luxury motor coach last week. They parked in the community center parking lot.
That Hockomock League, you never know what's going to happen with that. Second down and 11. Wales back, protection, throws the screen, has some blockers out in front, but Salve only gets back to the original line of scrimmage, a gain of about 1, maybe 2.
Really nice play by Charlie Finn. He read that screen perfectly. There were 3 or 4 blockers right out in front of him. That was a play that worked pretty well last week for Marblehead.
They executed it well. It's just that the defender came blasting through.
He read it perfectly.
Third down, 9. Ball is at the 48-yard line. The defenses on both teams has been dominating, have been dominating.
Blitz coming.
Sidearm pass. Keefe breaks through. Close to the first down. He's going to be a little bit short.
4th and 1. Good effort by Keefe to get close to the sticks. He needed to break one more tackle. Good job by Wales of reading the blitz. They brought 6 that time.
It's up to the 45-yard line. They're going to go for it. Maybe they'll try to get them off sides.
Yeah, quarterback draw. Maybe they are.
To the sidelines for the play.
We had those officials back in week 1. They'd have another minute to snap it.
No, what was that all about?
I don't know.
Motion, quarterback keeper. Quarterback's got the first down.
Nice read by Wales. He ducked it inside. He's got the option to pitch to the left to Selve, obviously, but he saw a little bit of an opening right off the left tackle. Put his head down and got just enough for a first down.
And the ball's across the 45-yard line down to the 41-yard line.
Good block by 51 Declan Gibson that time. That really made the play happen.
Important play for Marblehead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clock rolling, 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Wales sprints out. Now he's a little bit late getting out of there as the defense dropped him for a sack.
Yeah, he waited a tick too long before he brought the ball down and decided to scramble. Nobody was open. Coverage is good for this team.
It's back to the 49-yard line of North Andover.
Yeah, that's a big loss. That's about 8.
So it'll be second down and 18 from the 49-yard line. They need a long pass.
Just to soften up the defense a little bit. They had one last week.
High snap, good protection.
Yep.
Over to the sideline screen, and they're not getting past the first defender.
No, this team tackles well. They're well schooled. That was a great tackle there. That was 16. That was Jackson. You saw Wales look off the receiver over on this side, immediately turn around, throw that little bubble screen. He needed Kamas needed one more block. But as we said, it was well read by the defense. These kids tackle.
Gain of about 2, and the ball is at the 47-yard line, facing a 3rd and 16.
Yep.
Over the head of the open receiver, and that was DeWitt.
Yeah, he had to.
Not the head, but over his outstretched arm.
Right, he really had to thread that over the top right there. It was a valiant effort by DeWitt. Nice throw too, just a little too tall.
Stops the clock with 8:35 to go here in the first half. Still no score. Punting situation. Matorni's going to have to hold back a little bit on this punt, or he'll put it into the in the grandstand at Seaside Park.
That would be okay. Actually, that comes out to the 20. Pin it down a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Good snap, good protection, high kick, a little bit short, and he takes it at about the 22. Down the sideline and finally run out of bounds. Nice tackles. 13 and 59. 59 is Bodie Smith. 13, Drew Goldman.
Again, we saw a returner with catching the ball in full stride with a lot of momentum. That tough to bring down a runner when he's got that much momentum going forward. Nice job by Marblehead to sort of limit that. That looked for.
It looked like he might break it
for
there
a minute,
for a moment, yeah. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Fitzgerald back in there. Walensky picks up a few, gets up to about the 45-yard line.
And we should note that the quarterback, Fitzgerald, is back in the ball game.
Yep. I've got some tape on his nose.
They just stuff cotton up there now? Is that the remedy?
Gain of 3.
Yeah.
That last play. And a big gain that time, enough for the first down. Yeah. Walensky again.
A lot of misdirection for this team. A lot of counter, a lot of misdirection. Players going one way.
Pulling guards and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I love that stuff. That's why I love the Wolverines this year. They've got some great running backs.
Let's see if Rutgers is for real tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness. McNaught has got a first down. It looks like a first down. We'll see if they mark it. They do mark it as a first down to the 35-yard line.
2 different looks for these two running backs here. McNaught's got sort of the outside speed. And
McNaught's a 5'9", 160-pound senior.
Walensky
Picked up good yardage that time.
He did. Walensky more between the tackles.
35-yard line. Hand off. Comes to the near side. McNaught gets the call again and run out of bounds.
Really nice play by Quigley to fight off a blocker and disrupt the play.
Cam Quigley.
Yeah, he's had a
20.
He's had a really good season at cornerback so far.
DeWitt was in there too. A gain of about 4 on the play, maybe 3. Walensky.
He's maybe a little bit short.
It looked like he was. You can't really say tiptoeing, but he was taking very short steps in there, trying to find the hole as he weaved his way, and it resulted in a couple of extra yards. Ball's at the 27-yard line. 3rd and 2. 6:55 to go in the second quarter. No score.
Under center.
Very tight formation.
Yep.
Motion comes to the right. Walensky the call, slips off a runner, pushes it forward, has, let's see. He has enough for the first down.
Yeah, Smith had a shot at him at the back in the backfield. Probably would have been short of the first down, but running back eluded the tackle.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the last play. Play action fake, looking to the end zone, lobs it up high, and incomplete. Two defenders were on the intended receiver.
Yeah, Monaco and Tommy Carlson. That's that big tight end, Jake Salfrank. And he was open at about the 10-yard line.
6'4", 230 for Salfrank.
Yeah, nice job of recovering for the Marblehead secondary there.
So it was looking at it from an offensive play call situation, that was a good call.
I think it was worth taking a shot right there, sure.
High snap. Fitzgerald handles it, pumps, and then throws to the corner. And again knocked away.
Yeah, they're just trying to isolate the taller player out there. That's a different receiver that time. That was Bethel, the one that caught the 2 touchdown passes last week. It's funny though, you know, you're almost exclusively running the ball and you're having some success, and then you call 2 plays into the end zone like that.
Well, it's the decision between doing what you've been doing and being predictable and pulling off something that you think you can do and you haven't done yet.
And I understand you're trying to, you know, the more success you have running the ball, the closer the defense is going to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's 4-down territory, so they're not going to punt here.
There's that counter again.
Misdirection. Yeah. And Walensky gets it down close to the 15-yard line. Yep. Won't be enough for the first down.
It's certainly manageable. It'll be about a 4th and 3 here.
Gain of about 7 on the play. Walensky is a very tough back. 6 feet, 185 pounds.
Yeah, and he runs downhill too.
Yep.
And he's very experienced. You can tell he waits for his blockers, hits the right hole, knows when to accelerate.
Gain of 7 for Walensky. It's on the 16-yard line. 4th down and 3 as the defense has to rise up here. What do you think, Walensky?
I think you have to. Well, I think it's going to be a timeout first. How much time we got left here? 5:14.
Take a timeout taken by North Andover, their second here of the first half, and with 5:14 to go and 3 timeouts and a nothing game, it's not a bad call by head coach John Dubzinski.
I'd give the ball to Emil to get here. Walensky's been able to showed you that he's been able to get up get 3, 4, 5 yards without too much difficulty.
And they need 3, maybe just a shade over 3, but
Right.
it looks like a legitimate 3 yards.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to get to about the 18. The ball's just outside the 21. I recognize this song.
You do?
I do.
What is it?
I just can't name it.
Then how can you prove you recognize
I
it?
can't.
You got to
That's-
be able to back up these things.
That's my conundrum. I know it, but I don't know the title.
I know. I won't do that. So wide receiver to the far side, tight formation near side. McNaught is on the wing, goes in motion. McNaught gets the call. He's got some blocking out in front. He's going to get a first down easily. Cuts inside the 10. And a good call and a good execution by North Andover.
Yeah, good call on that sweep. Get the ball to the back as he's accelerating. Good blocking up front, as you mentioned. Sal Frank, the tight end, with a big block right on the edge.
First and goal at the 7-yard line. Can't really tell. It looks like the 7. Ball is snapped way over the quarterback's head. He can't hold on to it. It's free. And who's it covered by?
Looks like North Andover. Yep. There's that man Walensky again. And this is the problem they had last week with some of the snaps.
And Drew Fitzgerald is going to the sidelines kind of wobbly. That's the quarterback, number 2 for North Andover.
Yeah,
a big loss.
So this is end goal too. They got to get it in the end zone here.
Second down and goal from the 27-yard line. Fitzgerald gets ready. Oh, nearly picked off by DeWitt, and he would have been gone.
DeWitt read that so well. He saw the swing pass out in the flat.
And normally that's looped when you're expecting a defender to come towards you. But that was on a line.
If that had been looped, DeWitt would still be running. Really good anticipation right there.
So 3rd and goal, 3rd and 27.
Not a lot of plays in the playbook for this one.
Loss of 20 on that.
Was it 20? Wow.
Yeah, because it was on the 7-yard line by my calculation. They're on the 27 now, so
yeah, because they
at
dropped
least 20 or about 20. 3rd down, 27. 3rd and goal, really.
Another high
Fitzgerald
snap.
sprints out this way to the left, and he's staying on his feet. And then he throws a pass. Was he over the line of scrimmage? I don't think so. McNaught gets run down.
Yeah, they did well to make something out of that.
Scott Campbell came from behind.
Looked like one of those Aaron Rodgers flips, but they didn't throw a flag. He was close to the line of scrimmage.
It's at the 14 now.
There comes the field goal unit.
So a 13-yard gain.
This is Bethel. Made all 3 of his extra points last week.
Big kid at 6'2". Low snap, a little bit of a problem. He gets the kick away. It looks like it's good.
It does look like it's good.
It is good.
Nice job by the holder.
So they kicked that from the, let's see, it was at the 14 and 7, 21 plus 10.
31-yard field goal.
31,
good math. We have Tommy Carlson hobbling off a little bit. Yeah, it was a really good, the snap was almost a ground ball. Nice job by the holder to corral it and get it out.
So at 3:19, Bethel kicks a 31-yard field goal under pressure. A drive that started back on the 42-yard line. A 58-yard drive. Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the play that messed that up obviously was
14 plays.
The high snap, the snap that went over for the 20-yard loss. As you said, that's been a problem for them so far this year. So.
14 plays, 58 yards, a 31-yard field goal, and that had plenty of distance.
I was going to say it had some leg to it.
Have you noticed over the last couple of years that improvement in kicking, the kicking game?
When I started covering high school football back in the Jurassic area, it was, there were teams that didn't have kickers. Never mind
like
good kickers.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Taken at about the 10-yard line. DeWitt looking for a hole, and he stays on his feet. Did he lose the ball? I don't think so.
Yeah.
He did. Did he get it back?
I think somebody in red got it back.
59.
That's it.
Bodie Smith, maybe.
Bodie Smith again. We called his name a lot tonight.
So back to the 32-yard line.
DeWitt took a pop at the end of that.
Yeah. It's tough when you get stood up like that and then get hit a bunch. Keefe goes out to the far side in the slot out there. Wales. Keeper. Gets through the line, picks up about 4 yards. See where they mark it. Maybe 3.
John Z. Perdomo, number 50, claiming that he ripped the ball out of Wales' hands. But
it's a gain of 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. Clock at 2:44 and moving here in the second quarter. 3-0 North Andover in the neutral zone.
And it's about to be 2nd and 2.
Yeah. Clock stops at 2:39, so that helps Marblehead.
Marblehead with all 3 timeouts, too.
So it's at the 41-yard line. They need to get to the 42. Quarterback has been effective running, but I don't know if you want to subject your quarterback to getting a bunch of hits. That's a nice completion. Nice pass by Marblehead's Colt Wales. And the reception was made by, was it 18?
Monaco?
Was it 18? Monaco? Yeah. So Wales to Monaco for the first down. And getting out of bounds was number 37 for Marblehead. That's Rylan Golden. He gets out of bounds and stops the clock. A gain of 7 on the play. At the 45-yard line, now in North Andover territory. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. 1 setback beside Wales. Salve comes to the near sideline. The pass is over the middle. Open receiver, first down.
Yep. Very nice. That was Rylan Golden again. Doing a slant right across the middle. It's a post pattern.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage before they wind the clock. They do wind the clock now. And the clock is rolling. Marblehead a little slow getting into position, but they're there now. Keefe is in the slot to the far side. Pass to the end zone.
He's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 1?
No, and
incomplete.
He caught it out of bounds, yeah. Now the pass was just a little deep. Kamas beat his man handily. That Wales did a little head and shoulder fake, a little shoulder fake.
Yeah, it was a good pattern.
Right.
And the intended receiver got wide open.
Yeah, execution was just a little off.
Was it Monaco?
Oh, it was Kamas.
Kamas, right. Keefe comes in motion. Quarterback keeper doesn't go in the hole, avoids a tackle, and then scoots forward for a couple more yards.
Yeah, he might have been a little better staying with the hole, Chris, as you said.
He started in and then popped right out.
Yeah.
Marblehead takes a timeout with 1:20 to go here in the first half. 3-0 North Andover.
He had more help in the middle.
So Wales picked up about
3
yards on that play, that last play. But Monaco, Keefe.
Yeah, they're getting open now.
Goal. It was a Rylan
Yeah,
Riley
Golden's,
Golden, a
yeah,
sophomore.
he's picked up some yards with a couple of nice catches here. One thing that we've seen is Wales' ability to get the ball out quickly. He's got that, if he's throwing that little quick underneath play, he's almost throwing it 3/4 or sidearm, but he gets rid of the ball and it's an accurate pass. So if it's working for him.
I've seen him come over the top and also
no.
sidearm. He sidearmed one time that I remember when it was necessary.
Right.
But his accuracy, I believe, I didn't see the last game, but I saw the first game, and his accuracy was a little bit off. He's overthrowing a lot of receivers, and it's better this time.
Yeah, he's been able to adapt to the rush, and he's able to sort of see the receiver and get the ball to him in the most expeditious way. Yeah, that was
threw it away.
Yeah.
Stops the clock, but it'll bring up a 4th down. Is that right?
4th down.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was a pass rush. Made him hurry. They had two people in. They don't blitz a lot, but when they do, it seems to be effective.
A minute 15 on the clock. 4th down and 7. Ball is at the 23-yard line. Monaco was open on the sideline, but the pass was complete.
Yeah, they had a couple open receivers. That was DeWitt.
Yep.
DeWitt just ran to the stick and turned around and sat down. Little button hook.
I was watching Monaco coming down the sideline, and he was wide open.
I was watching DeWitt the whole way.
Clock rolling at 50 seconds. Quarterback to the corner.
Yeah. He's got it. He's got it. Yep.
Yes. Number 3, that's Ryan Kamas.
Yeah, they went back to the play that was just out of bounds earlier in the drive. Good throw, great catch, good footwork by Kamas to keep his at least one foot down. He might have gotten them both.
Yeah, it was terrific.
Really good throw, too.
It was right where it had to be. It was like dropping it in the bucket, as they say.
Yeah, and it was the matchup was a good one, too. Kamas had a pretty good height advantage over the defender. It's been there. I'd like to see them go for some more of that in the second half here.
Attorney line drive.
Yeah. Post office.
Yep.
Off the roof of the post office. Huge momentum swing here from Marblehead.
How long was that touchdown throw?
It was 10 yards. They were right at the 10, Chris. Maybe just a little outside of it, but I would go with 10 yards.
So with 38 seconds left to go here in the second quarter, Marblehead starts on their own 32, goes 68 yards.
Yeah, that's their best drive since the first quarter of the Fenwick game.
Ends in a 10-yard TD pass.
Yep.
Ryan Kamas.
So if you're 38 seconds, North Andover has one timeout left. I wouldn't imagine with their offense, which is pretty conservative, I can't imagine that they're going to come out throwing here.
They've got a quarterback that can throw the ball.
Well, they do, but that's not their first option. They like to run a lot of that misdirection with the running back. Maybe see if the running back can, break a big play on the first on the first play of the series. Call your timeout and see if you can get another big play. But Marblehead has not given up a lot of big plays tonight. I mean, it's been 7, 8 yards, maybe a couple of 15-yard plays, but Marblehead's been very good at limiting the big plays of North Andover's running game.
Attorney could put it in the end zone and negate the run back.
Do that anyway. Nope.
Taking it about the 11. And stopped at about the 27.
Almost caught that with his knee down.
He was bending over.
It was pretty close. So
and they'll mark it at the, what, 26?
26, yeah. I think I'd be very conservative here.
32 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, if they throw it long, they're gonna kneel. Maybe. Looks like it.
That's the victory formation right there. And Coach Rudloff not taking any chances. Yeah, well, they're either going to have 20 guys in the field or they're going to let the clock run out here.
Yeah. So a 31-yard field goal for North Andover here in the second quarter with 3:19 to go. And then Marblehead comes back with a 10-yard touchdown pass on a 68-yard touchdown drive. And it's 7-3 at the half. We'd like to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please click subscribe on your YouTube page and consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org. That's marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button. We'll be back after this with the second half. And welcome back. Third quarter is just about to get underway, and it's a 7-3 ball game. North Andover struck first with a 31-yard field goal with 3:19 left to go in the first half, and it was 3-0 at that point. Marblehead then came back with a 68-yard drive in 10 plays with a 10-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Kamas. Is that the way you say it? Or Kamas? Okay, good. It's been years and I haven't been able to figure that one out. But anyway, Ryan Kamas made the catch. The pass came from Colt Wales, and it was a nice pass right into the far corner of the end zone and over the defender's hand and right into Kamas's hands for the touchdown. Attorney made the extra point, 7-3, as we look to start the third quarter. I think that could be something their team can really build on.
Well, you can see them getting a lot of confidence as the game has gone along, and that last drive was really kind of a very good example of a team that's gaining experience as it goes along. It's a really efficient, well executed drive.
Yes, with about 3:10. With about 3:10. Oh no, you're making me look at the winner of the split the pot. It's been 34 years of
she wasn't even born yet when you started losing this.
Now I don't know what to say.
No, you're all discombobulated.
Yeah.
Well,
the last drive you were talking about.
We can tell you that North Andover is going to get the. See, now I'm all discombobulated. North Andover is going to get the ball to start the second half.
Jess.
Yeah. Jess has just got us all messed up here. Marblehead will be kicking off. And defense has done a really nice job. I mean, they've given up the one field goal. They've allowed North Andover has been able to move the ball up and down the field, but Marblehead has stopped them when it's mattered. Of course, the big play was the 20-yard loss on the snap over the quarterback's head. That really took them out of a touchdown range and gave them a field goal. Now we're going to switch ends here.
So if you remember on that touchdown drive, DeWitt returned the ball and then fumbled it.
Right.
And it looked to me like Bodie Smith was the one who recovered it.
We've called his name a few times. He's had an excellent game.
And Marblehead started on the 32-yard line. Either way, whether it was fumbled or not.
Right.
They started on the 32-yard line and went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plays. 11 plays.
Was there a big fourth down pick up there? It was the throw to DeWitt that really kept the drive moving. Was that a fourth down play or a third down play? He just did that little button hook right at about the 25-yard line. And it was a nice throw.
Yeah.
Wales got the ball out quickly.
I think it might have been a fourth down play.
Yeah, and that was really the pivotal play of the drive, other than the touchdown pass, of course.
So Greg Bertorni stepping off his 6-yard run up from the angle. 12 minutes on the clock for the third quarter. Marblehead with a 4-point lead. Ready to go. Bertorni steps into the ball. The kick is off. It's a deep one.
Yeah, they're going to let it go.
Hits about a yard deep into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. So North Andover takes over on their own 20. And we'll see if it's an emotional game, and you get the emotion swings in your direction, and you can do a lot of things that you weren't doing in the first half. And I think that the way they ended that first half with the touchdown on such a great play and a difficult drive.
Well, yeah, when they came into the gym, they spent halftime here in the gym. The team does. When they came, they were really fired up, as they've been in a while.
Misdirection right up the middle.
Yep. You got to stay home on these plays. You can't fall for all the fakes and the misdirection handoffs and the counters. You just got to make sure that you're going after the ball carrier.
Zach Walensky gets all the way up to the 30-yard line, a gain of 10.
There's another delay. Yeah, he just, this Walensky breaks through the first contact and falls forward for another 4 or 5 yards.
Rarely does he get caught
No.
behind the line.
He's got great vision.
Gain of maybe 3, maybe 2. They're calling it 2 on the scoreboard. I'll go with 2. Second down and 8. Hand off to the
Oh, that's
back.
a hold. That's coming back, Chris. It's coming back.
And the handoff was to
Yeah,
McNaught,
that's
but it's
right.
all for
Not.
McNaught.
We got to give Jess credit for that one.
Jess was waiting for us to use that.
So, yeah, if they Skip Likens, the referee, threw the flag right at the feet of the offending player.
Yeah.
That was a clear hold in the. That's from the spot of the foul too. So that's going to be a 13-yard loss.
10 yards back from the 30.
From the spot, yeah.
Because the play started at the 33.
33, yep.
But the spot foul brings it back to the 20.
Well, maybe not. Maybe that was all for. Maybe all that jockeying was all for naught. Because they put it at the 23.
They did.
I thought it was a spot foul. I guess it's unless it's behind the line of scrimmage. Shows you what I know. I've only been doing this for, what, 40 years?
So at the 23, it's second down and 15.
Yep. There's a jet to the other side. He's going to be close to the first down.
Nod is a little bit short of it.
Yep.
Crosses the 35-yard line.
Try it to the other side. No holding this time. Of course, the advantage of the jet sweep is you get the ball to a fast player with his full momentum.
Third down and 5. A little bit less than that.
Same thing.
Comes to the near side. McNaught again, waiting behind his blocker. Gets wrapped up and dropped, but he's got the first down. Making the tackle for Marblehead, number 21.
That was a
Tommy Carlson.
really good block by Walensky that time. He had to take care of the defensive end, the cornerback. And that's what made the play go from a 5-yard gain to about a 10, 15-yard gain.
It's at the 45-yard line, first and 10. Walensky
Look at that.
stays on his feet and dives close to the first down.
Yeah, that should have been a 3-yard gain. Walensky.
He's just hard to corral.
Yeah, he bounced it back towards the middle of the field. As he said, he's got really good vision. Yeah, it should have been a 3 or 4 yard gain. Instead, it's a 9-yard gain. He falls forward. Good looking back.
Second down, a little bit more than a yard. They need to get right to the 45. They're just outside the 46. Call it the 47. But it's just a little bit more than a yard. Second down.
Tight splits here. Tight splits again.
Walensky again has the first down, stays on his feet, pushing people away, cuts inside, stays on his feet, continues the run. He's down to the inside the 20.
Yeah, real good blocking right up front. That's what made it happen. Of course, Walensky's speed once he got to the second layer.
They mark it at the 19. So let's see, 20 would be, it's almost a 30-yard run.
Marblehead had been doing a very good job of limiting the longer runs. That's their best run of the game.
Walensky again gets the call. When he goes into that scrum, he just stays on his feet, and he's going to get a touchdown.
Yep.
Right down at the 1.
He's down. Look at that. He just broke out of the pack. Looked like they had him down. You've got to really wrap this kid up.
They're tackling high. They've got to tackle him low.
Right.
Probably low and high. So it's down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, he doesn't go down with one tackler. It takes 2 or 3 guys.
Gain of 18. First and goal at the 1. Quarterback
Sneak.
keeper, right up the middle. Touchdown.
That was very impressive for North Andover. I think my suggestion to not throw the ball probably was pretty obvious then. They didn't even look to throw at that time. That was just all running plays. That was mostly Walensky.
9 plays, 80 yards.
And it was all running plays too, wasn't it?
Walensky, McNaught,
Yeah,
Walensky, quarterback, Fitzgerald.
And they had to overcome that penalty too. Oh, that hit the upright.
It's good.
Yeah, I think it hit the upright. It looked like it deflected.
So with 8:43 to go here in the third quarter, it's a 10-7, excuse me. North Andover lead. But 80 yards in 9 plays.
That would be a long drive.
I'd
80
say,
plays.
chew up a lot of clock.
Yeah, that was impressive. That was a really efficient drive.
You know, they must have watched a little bit of what happened when Marblehead played in the first game of the season, and what they expected was a passing attack turned into a running attack.
Yep.
And it was a dominant running attack by Bishop Fenwick, even though their scores came on passes.
Yeah, they were after Bishop Fenwick could run the ball so effectively that Marblehead had to put 8-9 guys in the box.
Yeah, then they would throw it over their heads. Comes the kick. Short, bounces.
He's down.
Down right there.
Yeah.
But holding on to the ball was number 40, Carter Sahagian.
And that could have been a lot more disastrous than it was. The ball kind of took it was a funny kick because the ball was kind of going, it was rotating and took a funny hop. It looked like it took a little turn to the right.
Is it at the 9-yard line, just
inside the 10? Yeah.
We'll call it the 9.
Yeah, that's a bad break.
Brian Camas to the near side, along with Brooks Keefe, 2 receivers to the far side. Keefe goes in motion. Quarterback gives it on the inside run to the near side, and it doesn't go anywhere. In fact, it's a loss.
It's the way the first half started, too, with a run for a loss with the North Andover busting through the line of scrimmage.
Loss of about, let's see, where they mark it, the 6, the 7, so we'll call it a loss of 3. Looks like about a loss of 3, at least, maybe 4. Marblehead slow getting the play called. Quarterback steps into the end zone, throws a looper down the sideline. Camas, he was out of bounds, even if he caught it.
There's a little bit of contact, but the coverage was good. As you said, Chris, the pass was overthrown out of bounds.
3rd down, 13.
You really have to convert here, too. You can't give the ball right back to them after to North Andover after that.
80-yard drive.
Yeah, that really good-looking drive. And you're inside your own 10, too.
And that 80-yard drive, they averaged about 9 yards per play. And as you said, they overcame the penalty. That was a big part of it. Pass is batted away. Didn't it get batted?
Yeah, it hit the ground. Wait, that hit the ground, Chris. How could they not see that? Pass was batted at the line of scrimmage.
And then they'll have to have a conference on this and call it incomplete.
Was it Matorni who picked it up? I mean, it was a great, presence of mind to pick it up and try and make something out of it. But so it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah. A punting situation. Maybe they just felt like it was so obvious why.
Well, but he marked the official over here on the sideline marked it.
He didn't make a call. You're right. He marked it. The high snap, and Torty stretches to his limit, gets the kick away.
That's going to get a good bounce.
It around the 30.
That's
goes
a good bounce.
Over McNaught's head. He picks it up at about the 40. Has to go back to about the 35. He's already gone back a little bit more, and he's inside the 35. So a really bad turn of events ends up with a nice result in the punt and the bounce and the loss by McNaught.
You could see that was going to get a good bounce the way it was landing. Matorney really got a hold of it. And when it hit, it just hopped up right over the
right over his head.
yeah, McNaught's head.
He couldn't. His
I think he got a hand on it
yeah.
too,
Yep.
which would have made it even worse.
So at the 34-yard line, it's 1st and 10 for the Scarlet Knights. And
What's a Scarlet Knight?
it's a knight who's bright red.
Okay. All right.
There's the play inside.
Nice dance.
Getting to the outside is McNaught. He's got a lot of speed. Stiff arms his way across the 50-yard line and into Marblehead territory for a gain of about 16.
Yeah, he really made that happen with it. The running back really made that happen with a little jump cut to the inside. It looked like it was going nowhere.
Very fast.
Yeah. And he's got all that momentum going for him with a jet sweep like that. Looks like he's a little gassed right now. He's the punt return and now the jet sweep. I don't think we're going to see.
Hey, he's only 17.
Well, yeah, I know. He's hanging his head right now.
The double wing with
There we go.
McNaught
Give it to
in
him again.
motion,
Oh, here we
and
go.
They saw that one coming.
65.
Yes, right on top of him.
Gunther Fehrenbach beats his man.
Oh, man, that is a football name.
They really, Gunther Fehrenbach, Marblehead really needed that.
65, Gunther Fehrenbach. I love that.
That's awesome.
A loss on the play of about 4.
4, yeah. Rare negative play for North Andover.
Back to the 47-yard line. Second down, 14. A 10-7 lead for North Andover. McNaught in motion again.
There's that jet sweep again. Actually,
Gets
that
him
was
running to the sideline. He's got a block. He's got some speed down the sideline, and he's finally knocked out of bounds at about the 34-yard line.
They're finding a lot of success with these. Oh, there's a flag. We got a flag.
It's back at about the 46-yard line on the
Block in the back.
on the Marblehead, North Andover side of the
North
field.
Andover's walking backwards. So
Holding.
That was a big play too. They're finding a lot of success. This tight end here, Sal Frank, this big tight end, 6'4", 230, is really dominating the edge, and that's how they're getting these running backs to be sprung outside, which is why they're having so much success with the sweeps.
He's number 9.
Yeah.
6'4", 230 senior.
He's the tight end, but he's more like a left tackle.
So the penalty pushes it back to the 37-yard line. It's second down, 24.
It's almost like an unbalanced line with him over there as the second left tackle, and they have the T back there.
Walensky behind a block stays on his feet, twisting and turning, but they've got him around the hips, and he finally goes down after a short gain.
Yeah, much better job of breaking through the line of the blocking that time.
Player on the field.
Yeah, one of the linemen for North Andover.
Knee.
Hamstring?
I
Knee?
don't know.
He was grabbing the back of his left leg. This was all set up by Fehrenbach's real big tackle on first down. That was
like a boulder falling on that.
It really was. He's he really just sort of shot the gap, beat his blocker, and was able to make a short tackle.
Crunched him.
Now, why are they calling Marblehead back on? Oh, okay, because he's hurt. It's not a timeout.
Third down and 20. 66, 65, 65?
65, yeah.
Nick Ottaviani. Yeah,
it looks like he grabbed the back of his leg. So, and this is where obviously where you want to keep North Andover is in this long down and distance.
At the 41-yard line. Third down, 20. Passing situation, good protection.
Screen pass, yep.
And almost a first down and maybe more. Down the sideline, got a lot of speed. One man can catch him and knocks him out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Boy.
Well set up screen pass. You could see it once they let the defensive line through. Just well executed.
Walensky again. Just a lot of speed. They've got two speed demons over there.
They really do.
With McNaught and Walensky.
It's such an effective play. And, you know, on 3rd and 20, you're going to have a pass rush. You bring a little bit of pressure, and the quarterback just lobs the ball right over that first line.
Ball is at about the 7-yard line. Gain of 34 yards on that play. Walensky close to the goal line.
Yeah, they're in a spot now where they really need a turnover or somebody to come up with a big play.
Gain of 5 at the 2-yard line. 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, and North Andover's knocking at the door.
There's the jet sweep again.
Inside the pylon for the 2-yard touchdown goes Mike McNaught.
Yeah, they've really got that left edge with Salfrank at the top of the formation.
At 4:45 of the 3rd quarter. North Andover gets its 2nd touchdown of the 3rd quarter, and now is with an extra point will be up by 10. Their kicker's pretty.
Yeah, he's got a big leg.
Pretty good. Low snap, kick is up and good. The holder really makes up for the snapper.
He's done that twice now. He did it on the field goal too.
So it's 17-10, 17-7, excuse me.
He's watching the hole. Was that no good?
It looked good to me.
They haven't put the point up on the board.
You're right.
Yeah.
It looked down the middle to me.
Yeah.
But it's 16-7.
We're getting old.
It's better than the alternative.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I heard Harrison Ford say that on 1923. Somebody said, you're getting old. He goes, I've been old.
It's true.
It is true. Kick is angling toward the far side. It's going to bounce and bounce again. Picked up by Marblehead and nowhere to go. He's wrapped up and thrown to the ground.
Again, another bad break for Marblehead. Instead of going out of bounds, the ball took a sharp hop to the right. So absolutely positively need to score on this drive. I know that it's 4:40 left in the 3rd quarter, but
Cam Quigley returned the ball that time. It's at the 16-yard line, 17-yard line, 17-yard line. 4:40 on the clock, a 16-7 lead. Must have been an optical illusion because it looked to all three of us here that kick was right down the middle between the uprights. A nice completion to Marblehead's number 29, Brooks Keefe.
again, Wales getting the ball out quickly.
Gain of 4 on the play. It's out at the 16-yard line, 2nd and 6. Salvi.
Just not a lot of running room tonight. The best play has been the running play has been the quarterback draw.
Gain of about 3 on the play by Salvi. It's 3rd down and 2.5. Call it 3. At the 20-yard line. Hand signals and cards from the sideline. That's what Colt Wales is looking at. Keefe goes in motion, pass to the sideline, and quick catch and dropping, enough for the first down, I think.
Yeah, he just barely got it.
Ryan Camas.
Probably by a half a yard.
And the ball's at the 23-yard line. Three receivers in the formation to the far side. High snap, Wales handles it, but he doesn't have anywhere to go, and he gets dropped on a sack all the way back to about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, no timing on that play. The high snap kind of threw everything off. That's a big loss too. It's about 7.
They're saying 5, but it looks at least 6. Pass inside, some room there, shakes a tackle, and a pretty good gain on the pass to Keefe from Wales.
Looked for a minute like he had a little bit more room than that, Keefe.
Yeah.
But these North Andover tacklers shut things down pretty quickly. They haven't a lot of big plays either.
Pass to the sideline. Camas is open, steps down the sideline, picks up a few more yards.
Well, first down.
Nice play.
He had to beat that first tackler, and he did, because he was short of the first down when he caught the ball.
And he did it nicely along the sideline,
Right.
quickly, but right along the edge of this of the out of bounds line. It's at the 37-yard line now. That was Camas having his head in the game. Keeper by the quarterback. He dives forward to about the 39. A game maybe of about 3 if they mark it at the 40.
Yeah, very smart play for Camas. Both times he's known where the sticks are, and he's been able to get there, pick up a first down.
Wales gains about 2 yards. Second down to 8 at the 39. Takes the snap, steps back under pressure. Now the screen, and it hits Salve right in the chest and bounces away, incomplete.
Yeah, that might have been a good gainer too, because
he had blocking in front of him.
He did have 3 guys in front of him. That screen pass is so effective when it
works.
When it's run right.
It's
yeah.
one of those plays that's you really have to practice. It's a lot of moving parts. Very hard to get it right. Motion comes to the near side. That's Keefe. Here comes the throw to the near side. That's Camas. Camas evades a tackle, evades another one, gets across the 40, but it's only going to be a gain of about a yard.
Took a little bit longer to develop. They had a 5-man rush, and that hurried the play along.
4th down and 8.
And who's this cornerback for Jake Thorne, number 3 for North Andover. He's been guarding Camas all night.
Having a good game.
He's been doing a good job over there.
Here's the snap. Attorney handles it well. Kick is deep. Taken at about the 25-yard line. Stays on his feet. Falls forward finally.
Yeah,
nice
running.
Return.
He just doesn't go down with the arm tackles. He's.
Was that Walensky
yeah,
again?
No, it was Walensky, yeah.
So North Andover, with 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, has it 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Three receivers to the near side. One of them may motion. Nope. Walensky right up the gut. First down and more.
Yeah, they're just finding all kinds of room on the left side of that formation.
From the 42, he moves it up to the across midfield for a 13-yard gain.
Very confident North Andover team right now. They're just winning the battle at the line of scrimmage.
I see no reason for them to throw the ball.
Why would they?
Clock moving down to 5 seconds and it's rolling. So the third quarter will end before the next play, and that does it for the third quarter. But North Andover has taken control. At the end of the third quarter, it's 16-7, North Andover over Marblehead. We'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Fourth quarter is coming up next. And welcome back. Excuse me, the fourth quarter just about to get underway. It's a 1st and 10 for North Andover. At the Marblehead 45-yard line, the last couple of drives have been pretty impressive for North Andover.
Well, they've kept it pretty simple. They've been using the jet sweeps and the runs up the middle, the counters that were working for them in the first half are working even better for them in the second half. And
they were a little bit more misdirection and counters
a little
in
bit
in the first half. This time they're doing a little. It's obviously on the mind of the defensive lineman. So it's having its effect now, even though they're not doing as much of that. It goes a long pass, and he pushed off offensive.
It's going to be offensive pass interference.
Let's hope.
Has a pretty clear push in the back.
So North Andover has really hurt themselves with these.
Every time they pass the ball, it's like it's that old adage that you pass the ball, 3 things can happen, 2 of them are bad.
Yep.
I guess a penalty would make 3 out of 4 things.
Interception.
Bad things. Interception, penalty, incompletion.
Steps it off 10 yards from the line of scrimmage back to the North Andover 45-yard line.
I think it's going to be a running play.
You think?
I think it's going to be a running play to the left side. Maybe not the right side. Yeah, it's almost like an unbalanced line to the right, to wherever the tight end lines up, and he moved that time.
McNaught.
Oh.
Penalty marker.
Yeah, it's going to be a face mask.
I thought he had his shoulder pad, but I'm sure you're right.
The way DeWitt reacted.
And the way his head snapped.
Yeah. Personal foul, face mask. And sometimes that just happens too. You know.
1st and 5 now.
No, it's going to be it's automatic first down, isn't it?
I don't know.
Now what are we doing?
Well, they were at the 45, but now he started walking it off from the 46.
He did a little back and forth thing. I used the term Watusi last week and completely stumped Jess.
In what context?
But after one of the King Philip touchdowns, the 3 or 4 players were doing a little dance in the corner of the end zone.
And it looked like the Watusi.
I refer to it as the Watusi, and Jess is like, "Shut up." No one has any idea what you're talking about.
Wow, Watusi. Up the middle and short of the first
So
down.
it's not an automatic. Well, it was a first down because it was a first down play, but it was not an automatic first down. So it was basically 1st and 5. We're watching too much NFL.
So a gain of about 3 on the play, which is the least I think that Walensky's had tonight.
Exactly, especially in this half too.
2nd down and 1 at the 36-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side.
Now you throw a pass. Nope.
Give it to Walensky. Up the middle, breaks, dances away from tackler, stays on his feet, goes forward, picks up about 11 yards.
It's amazing. That spin move was really what did at that time. It's something that's been added to his repertoire here as the game has gone along. Very confident back.
It is an 11-yard gain. 1st and 10 for North Andover at the Marblehead 25-yard line. Clock rolling at 10:31 of the 4th quarter. McNaught's in the slot to the far side. Walensky is to the near side. He's going to lead the blocking. McNaught puts his head down, pushes forward, picks up 5.
So Walensky has been Mr. Inside, and McNaught has been Mr. Outside here.
Gain of about 4 that time.
It's been really effective.
And it's at the 21-yard line.
This is taking time off the clock, too. Just under 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Marblehead trailing by 2 scores. North Andover threatening to go up by 3 scores. And they're almost in field goal range for this kicker, too.
Another strong kicking player. Walensky next to Fitzgerald. Gives it to Walensky. Walensky cuts between the defender and another defender and dives forward for another yard or 2. And it's going to be marked at the 17.
Yeah. 3rd and 3 here.
Third down and about 3. Walensky is not caught from behind, but he's slowed down enough. And he stretches it forward. Maybe they'll pick up a yard.
That was Smith again with the initial contact. He slowed Walensky up just enough to get some help from friends. 4th and 2.
Gain of a yard. Nice. Bodie Smith has had a very good game.
He
tonight.
really has. We've called his name a lot. He's really been one of the best players on the field for Marblehead tonight.
Number 59, a junior, Bodie Smith from Marblehead. 4th down and 2. And that's a 1st down and more. Walensky. 5 guys are on him, but he's still not down. He's stopped.
He's got to be a strong, strong kid.
He needed to get to the 15. He got well past that, down close to the 12.
He's got to have really strong legs, and he keeps him going, which is a sign of a well-schooled back, well-coached back.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. That 4th down situation didn't phase North Andover at all.
No, they didn't even think about a field goal, did they?
No. McNaught blocking in front of him, looks for the pylon and run out of bounds at about the 5.
Yeah, just these 2 plays, the jet sweep to the outside with McNaught. Then give it to Walensky between the tackles and let him go.
2nd down and 5 from about the outside the 6, so not quite the 7.
Blocking's obviously been good, but the running backs are making things happen too. As you pointed out, Chris, they've not gone down on first contact.
Almost, maybe once or twice, but almost never. Fitzgerald sprints right, throws to the back of the end zone, has a touchdown catch. Yes.
That's the big tight end. They actually had 2 receivers open on that side. He could have picked one or the other. Threw it up to Sal Frank. There was another receiver open closer to the sideline.
Fitzgerald to Sal Frank. Let's see, it was about a 7-yard touchdown.
Yep.
About that.
7:30 left. They going for 2 here?
Maybe. Early in the season, you might want to try everything you can do. Why not? Their running game has worked so well tonight, they might as well get it up to 24. Walensky to the right. Walensky gets the call. Stops to the inside, now wants to go to the outside, and he's going to be wrapped up and dropped short of the goal line.
Very nice. What was that that finished him off there? That was Braden Kilroy. Kilroy finishes him off. I didn't see who had the initial hit. Is it Quigley?
I think it was Kilroy, 31.
Okay.
Yeah. So the rush fails. And with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the ball game, it's a 22-7 lead for North Andover.
So you do have a 2-score game still. The 2-point conversion would have made it a 3-score game, so that's the appropriate call. That was weird. That's the second time that's happened tonight.
The teams ran to the wrong sides.
Yes.
What would have happened if nobody noticed?
Nothing. We wouldn't have noticed either.
On the way home, we would have thought.
What, wasn't that strange?
Yeah.
I think North Andover would have to forfeit.
Because they did it on purpose. 7:30 to go in the football game. 22-7, North Andover over Marblehead. Here comes the kickoff. This one's back to about the 7-yard line, toward the numbers on the near side. Ball carried by Marblehead's number 40.
Carter Sahagian.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Good return.
Well, we're
So the Magicians will have it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
It's actually Julius Galante with that one. They don't have a 19 in red, so he's wearing number 40 tonight. Thank you, Mr. Lavender.
Nice return by Julius Galante. Quarterback waiting too long to pass it and gets snowed under for the sack.
Even if he hadn't caught a touchdown pass, this Sal Frank, the number 9 here for North Andover, is really dominating.
He's a dominant player.
Yeah.
So in number 9 on the defensive line, you can see he's
bigger than
shoulder
everybody
pads
else.
and
Yeah.
helmet above his teammates.
Yep. And he's fast and he's an athlete, so.
Playing right defensive end, left defensive end, I guess if you're looking at them from in front of them. A little bit of sprint up, pass to the sideline, goes incomplete.
Yeah, well covered by Thorne, number 3 for North Andover, who's also had a nice game.
So that sack resulted in a loss of 8 yards.
That's a big loss.
3rd down and 18. 6:41, the clock stopped with that incompletion. Here comes the quarterback. Wales gets it out to about the 24-yard line. Let's see where they mark it.
It's about at the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 4th and 10. punt it right back over to North Andover.
Gain of about 8 on the play. The ball's at the 25-yard line, and as you mentioned, it's a punting situation. Attorney handles the snap, gets the kick away, and it floating at about the 34-yard line, fumbled and down on the ground, and a whistle and a penalty.
Yep.
He was hit there on the ground by Declan Gibson, and they'll mark it as a 10-yarder, I think, or do you think a 15-yarder?
That's 15.
Yeah, personal foul.
Yeah, it was. He'd covered up the ball. He'd fumbled it. Wisely covered it. Gibson came in a little late.
And so they'll step it off from about the, where's the 30?
Right about the 35, so it's going to be right in
what they
midfield, yeah.
So is it 15 yards from the 34 to the 49? So that's where North Andover will take over this possession at their own 49-yard line. Well, a tough season is getting tougher, and Peabody's coming next week, or they're
going to Peabody next week.
McNaught using his blockers well, stretches it out as far as he can, and then as far as he could, and then he sliced it up, picks up about 4 yards on the play, maybe 5. They mark it at the 46-yard line. Gain of 5 yards. Clock continues to run down to 5:53.
It's a play that's worked all night for them, so why would they stop? Which means they're going to throw it on this one, on this down.
They did throw a touchdown pass.
They did throw a touchdown pass. Quarterback's got his arm is fine.
Yeah.
It's just they're having more success with the handoffs than they are with the pass plays.
3 receivers to the far side. Does that mean a run to this side?
Probably. It has. Yep.
He's having a field day.
Yep.
Walensky is just avoiding tacklers.
Usually the run goes to whatever side that number 9 is on. So.
All the way down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 11. Gavin Ferretti replaces Scott Campbell on the defensive line for Marblehead. It's a new running back, isn't it?
Jet to a different contestant there. Adam Ferry.
He's listed as a slot and a defensive back. 5'9", 145. Nice game. Pick up a 5.
Now, why are they calling timeout here? Why is the coach 30 yards in the field?
Looks like he's not happy with
No, he's just decidedly unhappy. So we're not back here for a while, are we?
No. Next
3 games?
I think so.
That's Danvers, right?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yep. So they're at Peabody, at Masco, at Beverly, and then on the 27th of October, Danvers is here, and then the next scheduled game is Swampscott, but that's at Swampscott. So
it's a possibility we could have one more home game here. Because even if they do make the playoffs, they would be
traveling
more than likely on the road.
So the ball's on the 30-yard line. And just under 4 minutes to play. Do you think King Philip will want to come all the way up to Marblehead again?
Sure, why not?
They had a good outing, but it was a long drive. Handoff comes across the 30-yard line, and the running back gets across the 30-yard line.
You can rent those luxury motor coaches again.
God.
I just wanted to say luxury motor coach again.
Ball carried that time by Ben Iglesias, number 28. Picks up a few. Let's say gain of 2.
It's still it's still a 2-score game, so you get a turnover here and do something with it. Onside kick. Am I being too optimistic here?
No, it's not time to give up until the clock is out.
There you go. There you go. Good
Iglesias
tackle
gets the
right
call
there.
again. Clock is rolling with 3:06. And a timeout now called at 3:01. Lost about 7 or 8 seconds on that. And it's at the 30-yard line. 4th down and 5 for the Scarlet Knights. Let's see, from the 30, 47-yard field goal.
It's optimistic.
Yeah, it's the time to try something like that. But it, like you say, a 2-score game. I don't see many coaches that would take that risk with three minutes left in the ball game.
Especially with the way the inconsistency of the long snaps tonight. As we said, that was an issue. But except for that one, the one snap that went over the quarterback's head in the first half, really has not been an issue. It's been an issue on the special teams, but hasn't been an issue on the offense.
4th down, 5. The ball is at the 30-yard line. North Andover looks like they're going to run a play here, and why not? You think Walensky's going to get it?
Yeah, either Walensky or McNaught. I'm going to go on a limb here.
Well, number 9 is on this side, and so is Walensky. On the near side, that is. Walensky goes
going to
out.
pass it to him in the flat.
Oh, almost had it, incomplete. It was a nice idea.
It was. I think that was Skoglund with a hurry that time. He made the quarterback get rid of it faster than he wanted to.
So Marblehead will take over with 2:55. Clock stopped on the incompletion, and they've got it on their own 30-yard line.
2 timeouts left.
Tomas to the far side. Quick pass, complete. Nice catch by Golden.
Golden's had a nice game tonight. I think that's his 3rd reception, and they've all been for good positive yards.
Pickup of, looks like about 8 yards at least. Pass complete along the sideline, head down, pushing out of bounds. Another stoppage of the clock. Is that Keefe?
Keefe, yeah. Also had a nice ball game tonight.
Moving the ball across midfield. They're at the 48-yard line now of North Andover. Clock says 2:22.
Yeah, North Andover obviously willing to give up the 9 and 10-yard gains. They just don't want anything that's 50.
Comes to the near side. Keefe gets dropped at the 50. It's going to be a loss of about a yard, maybe 2.
This Scarlet Knights tackle really well. That's the two things, the 2 running backs and the way they tackle on defense. And when you have that, you've got a chance to win just about every ball game you're in.
Quick pass into the flat outs there, and Keefe is wrapped up and dropped. No penalty.
Yeah, it looked like it was high.
It's around the neck, but
yeah.
I don't know if he got the face. So it's complete to Keefe.
Another good tackle.
At the 45-yard line. 3rd and 7. Line is not getting off succinctly, or oh, that's a penalty. No, uncatchable.
No, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and now it's going to be a penalty.
And it's going to be against Marblehead.
Yep, it is. Unsportsmanlike, which is going to make it 4th and
10, 20.
Yep.
So the incompletion and then the penalty.
So now it's throw it up and hope time.
1:26. They step it off down to the 40-yard line. Back across on the Marblehead side of the field. 4th down and 22. A little bit of a rush here and batted down by your buddy. Jake Salafrank. I think we might be hearing about him later on.
You think so at the next level, maybe?
Maybe. He's making an impact on both sides of the ball. Clock is at 1:22. And the Scarlet Knights have it again. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, and they can run this right down, victory formation. Unless Marblehead opts to use timeouts, which
doesn't look like they're going to.
They would. I think they would. So off to Peabody next week. First road game of the year. 0-3 record.
How's Peabody?
Well, they beat Revere 35-0 week 1, which it's so early in the season it's hard to judge. I don't know how they did last week. I didn't look it up. That quarterback is gone, the one from last year. The one who looked like Doug Flutie.
Wow. Yeah, I remember that game. That game just seemed to be like they were playing against a much better team.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't like they were in it at all.
No, it was. I mean, it was a much bigger school against a much smaller school. It's
clock continues to expire down to 15 seconds.
We got to come up with a player of the game here too, don't we?
My goodness!
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
Wow.
I'm going to put my notes away.
That's what I'm here to do.
So that's it. The ball game is over. The final score is North Andover 22, Marblehead 7. And it was pretty much, once North Andover got into that running attack with McNaught and Walensky, they were very difficult to stop, and they just turned it on in the second half.
They just
took control.
Kept everything simple in the second half. They just ran McNaught outside, and they ran Walensky up the middle, and it was effective.
Well, we'll be back in a moment or two to announce the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game right after this. And welcome back to MHS Sports and MHTV. Tonight's Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game is Ryan Kamas. He had the brilliant touchdown catch in the corner on the pass from quarterback Colt Wales. And it was the only real bright spot on the offense for Marblehead was that touchdown play. And Ryan Kamash, you see him on the screen there, had a good game, so he's the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Congratulations, Ryan, from the Marblehead Sports Shop and MHTV. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner in bringing you the Player of the Game Award, and we'd like to thank the National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Once again, the final score, North Andover 22, Marblehead 7 for my announcing partner, Gordon Vincent. All of us here at MHTV, including Jess Burt and John Caswell. I'm Chris Conley. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.